The HQ-9B is a long-range surface-to-air missile system developed by China for export, and its confirmed induction into Pakistan's air defense network represents a significant step forward in the modernization of that country's military capabilities. The system is an advanced variant of the HQ-9 family, which itself has evolved through years of development drawing on both domestic Chinese innovations and foreign influences. The B variant, specifically designed for export, incorporates performance improvements that make it highly capable in terms of tracking, engagement range, resistance to electronic interference, and integration into modern command and control structures. With a reported maximum engagement range of up to 260 kilometers, the HQ-9BE is classified as a strategic range air defense system. Its primary purpose is to intercept and destroy a range of airborne threats before they enter or operate freely within national airspace. These threats may include fast-moving fighter jets, surveillance aircraft, unmanned aerial vehicles (UAVs), cruise missiles, and, in certain cases, limited types of ballistic missiles depending on their flight profile. By operating at these ranges, the HQ-9BE gives defending forces more time to identify, track, and respond to potential intrusions, thereby reducing the likelihood of successful enemy operations in protected zones. The system includes multiple components that work together to create a full air defense solution. At its core are vertical launch units that house the missiles in ready-to-fire condition. These vertical launch systems provide the advantage of 360-degree coverage, allowing for flexible engagement angles regardless of the incoming threat's direction. Supporting these launchers are high-powered radar systems capable of scanning vast areas of airspace to detect targets at long distances. These radars are usually based on phased array technology, which allows for simultaneous tracking of multiple targets and improved accuracy in guiding missiles toward fast or maneuverable targets. A crucial feature of the HQ-9BE is its resistance to electronic warfare techniques. In modern conflict environments, electronic jamming and countermeasures are frequently used to disrupt radar and communication systems. The HQ-9B's radars and guidance mechanisms are designed to continue functioning even in such conditions, making the system more reliable during combat scenarios involving technologically capable adversaries. Additionally, the missile itself likely uses active radar homing during its terminal phase, allowing it to track and strike its target independently once it closes in, further increasing its probability of kill even if external guidance is disrupted. From a structural and organizational standpoint, the HQ-9BE is designed to operate within a layered and networked air defense architecture. This means it does not operate in isolation but can be linked with other systems, radars, command centers, and air defense units, over a shared communications and data exchange network. Such integration allows for real-time situational awareness across multiple units, faster threat response, and more efficient use of resources. For example, a radar system located in one region could detect a target and transmit that information to another HQ-9BE battery located miles away, which would then launch an interceptor without having to first acquire the target itself. In the context of national defense planning, the deployment of the HQ-9BE is aimed at reinforcing the protection of strategic assets. These include military installations, government centers, airfields, communication hubs, and other critical infrastructure. By extending the country's air defense perimeter outward, the system reduces the vulnerability of these locations to long-range air attacks or surveillance operations. Moreover, it improves the survivability of domestic air assets by denying adversaries the ability to approach without encountering significant risk. The mobility of the system also enhances its tactical flexibility. While parts of the HQ-9BE battery may be fixed, the launcher vehicles, radar units, and command stations are often mounted on mobile platforms. This allows operators to reposition the system as needed, whether to respond to emerging threats or to complicate enemy targeting efforts. The ability to relocate components means the system can be adapted to changing operational needs without requiring major infrastructure changes. This mobility also enables strategic deception, as units can be moved or concealed to mislead potential adversaries about their actual location or readiness. Operationally, the presence of such a system changes how potential adversaries must approach planning. Any air operation near the area covered by the HQ-9BE will have to account for the possibility of early detection and engagement. This affects aircraft routing, mission timing, and even the types of platforms selected for certain tasks. For instance, slower or larger aircraft, including surveillance planes or refueling tankers, may be required to operate further from the border, limiting their effectiveness. Likewise, Manned aircraft conducting strike operations might need to rely more heavily on support measures like electronic warfare, decoys, or low-altitude penetration to avoid detection. On a strategic level, the deployment of the HQ-9BE demonstrates an emphasis on self-sufficiency in defense and a clear intent to deny airspace control to any potential aggressor. It also reflects the broader evolution of military doctrine, where countries seek to deter conflict not just through offensive capabilities but by building strong, resilient defense layers that increase the cost and complexity of any attack. A well-integrated air defense system backed by high-performance equipment like the HQ-9BE can serve as a strong disincentive for preemptive or escalatory actions. The selection and deployment of this system are typically the result of multi-year planning, threat analysis, budget considerations, and diplomatic agreements. It is not a short-term or reactive measure. The process likely involved assessments of airspace vulnerabilities, consideration of existing and emerging threats, and evaluations of available defense solutions. Once a system like the HQ-9BE is acquired, its operators must undergo training not just in the technical use of the equipment but also in how it fits into broader military operations. This includes joint drills, maintenance routines, and the development of standard operating procedures for different types of threat scenarios. While the number of HQ-9BE units deployed, their exact locations, and their rules of engagement are not made public, the system's presence in service can be inferred from changes in regional defense posture, expert commentary, and the evolving structure of air defense zones. These indicators suggest that the system is active and playing a role in national security operations. Over time, the presence of this system could lead to further investment in similar technologies, including upgrades in radar systems, command software, and network integration tools. Overall, the HQ-9BE adds a layer of long-range, high-altitude defense that significantly increases the ability to secure national airspace. It is a highly capable platform designed for modern threat environments, offering a mix of range, mobility, electronic resilience, and integration potential. Its deployment reflects a broader strategic intent to establish a deterrent against unauthorized airspace incursions and to increase the survivability of national defense infrastructure in the face of evolving aerial threats. The system is likely to remain a central component of air defense planning in the years ahead, influencing how air operations are conducted both domestically and in the surrounding region.